Hey guys, real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is hands down the easiest way to build a beautiful website if you're into that kind of thing. Squarespace, build it beautiful. Global warming is a serious problem. Let me put my glasses back on so I can read the rest of this. If we don't act right now, we might not have a planet to pass down to our grandkids. But you don't have to be Captain Planet to save the Earth. Yes, I just dated myself with a Captain Planet reference. I don't care though, cause he's awesome. Let's do this! This is Epic How To. Stop global warming. Global warming is the gradual heating of the Earth's surface, oceans, and atmosphere. How does this happen? Basically, the Earth's surface is constantly absorbing the sun's energy. Some of that energy is then trapped by greenhouse gases, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide in the Earth's atmosphere, raising the global temperature. Nearly 3/4 of all these greenhouse gases got into the atmosphere because of human beings burning fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are non-renewable natural resources that formed millions of years ago when the remains of prehistoric plants and animals were gradually buried under layers of rock. We currently burn these fossil fuels to heat homes, run motor vehicles, power industrial and manufacturing plants, and generate electricity, which fills the air with carbon dioxide in the process. Around 84% of the US's total energy use comes from the burning of fossil fuels. You're desecrating those dinosaur remains, y'all. Another major greenhouse gas is methane, which comes from landfills, decomposition, and is a byproduct of digestion. So why don't you stop farting? It's gross, and you're destroying the planet. Now, why do we need to worry about global warming? Is it really such a bad thing? Well, the short answer is yes. Long answer? Yes. You see, hurricanes become more powerful, as do dust storms. Wildfires become more frequent, droughts increase in length and severity, sea levels rise, leading to coastal flooding, and extreme heat waves can kill thousands. It's true, okay? I'm from Montana. It used to be fall, winter, frickin' spring and summer, and now it's fall, kind of winter. It's more like fall to spring, and everything's on fucking fire. It's not just humans that are affected either, so is our planet's wildlife. Global warming messes with natural migration and hibernation patterns. It's also causing the Arctic ice to melt at a much faster rate, threatening the extinction of Arctic animals like walruses, seals, and polar bears. Which is a tragedy because they're adorable. And even if you're some kind of monster that doesn't care about polar bears and baby seals, well, this comes right back around to us. For instance, less snow means more places for mosquitoes to breed, which in turn spreads disease. And the worst part is, global warming isn't slowing down anytime soon. Earth's temperature has slowly been rising ever since scientists started recording it. That's if you choose to believe science. It's risen about 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit over the last century, and scientists expect it to continue rising somewhere between 2 to 11.5 degrees in the next 100 years. That sounds small, Joe, is what you said, person who is watching me, but guess what? The rate of that increase has doubled over the past 50 years, and if we don't do something now, our planet could become so hot that it will be completely uninhabitable. Now, what are scientists doing to stop all of this? Well, one idea is to spray sulfur particles into the atmosphere. The sulfur would block out sunlight, effectively cooling the planet. Though this could have the side effect of changing the color of our sky permanently to a deep purple hue. I'm kind of for that. Purple is a majestic color. In 2006, Dr. Roger Angell at the University of Arizona proposed launching 1 trillion, yes, literally 1 trillion, tiny mirrors into outer space. This would prevent approximately 2% of sunlight from reaching Earth, enough to significantly cool the planet. The only problem is Dr. Angell's mirror shields would cost $350 trillion. Another option is to wrap glaciers in blankets. Dr. Jason Box, a glaciologist from Ohio State University, believes that covering glaciers in blankets in places like Greenland can reflect the sun's rays and prevent the ice caps from melting. Another idea is to grow algae on buildings. Algae naturally absorbs carbon dioxide, so with enough algae, we'd greatly reduce the CO2 in our atmosphere. Here's another interesting thing. Back in 2008, NASA and Bill Gates thought up an idea to build man-made clouds using a seawater spraying machine. This device would launch seawater into the air, where it would then turn into clouds that would help reflect some of the sun's rays. Another idea is to dump tons of iron into the oceans, facilitating a boom in phytoplankton, a microscopic organism which takes in carbon dioxide. California businessman with 2 first names, Russ George, dumped 200,000 pounds of iron sulfate into the Pacific Ocean in 2012 just to test this theory out. The only problem was, it was totally illegal, and he asked no one. Got his ass fined. You really should ask someone before dumping 100 tons of metal into the ocean. Turns out a lot of other people think that's a bad idea, as you know. God. You don't have to break the law to help fight global warming. There's plenty of things you can do in your home that could have a huge effect on the environment. There are obvious ways to reduce your power consumption like carpooling, recycling, and switching to more energy-efficient light bulbs. But people may not realize what a difference these seemingly small changes can make. For instance, if you wash your clothes with cold water, you're going to save 500 pounds of carbon dioxide, and recycling can prevent up to 2,400 pounds of carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere each year. Hey, my wife, this one's for you. Adjusting your thermostat by 2 degrees colder in winter and 2 degrees warmer in summer can save another 2,000 pounds of carbon dioxide per household. That 2,000's on you, babe. But here's another something you may not have considered. Eat all your damn food. Americans throw away up to 1/3 of the food that we grow, mostly because we buy more than we need and then we let it spoil and then we throw it out, and it's a vicious cycle of suck. We also throw out food for purely cosmetic reasons, like if a carrot is shaped kind of weird, we just toss it even though it's a perfectly good carrot. Daughter, now I'm talking to you. Eat your damn food. When you consider the water needed to grow the food, the fuel needed for a truck to drive that food to the market, the energy needed for a refrigerator to keep the food cold, only to then have another truck take that food to a landfill where it creates methane from decomposing, every uneaten banana becomes a huge waste of resources. Eat your damn food, family! If you shop at local farmers markets, the food doesn't have to travel so far, which saves fuel. And remember, don't buy more than you can eat. You'll not only save the earth, but you're also going to save money and support local small businesses. Everybody wins! However, permanent change will require a national movement. Write letters to your congressman urging them to pass laws to cap carbon emissions and require companies to pay for the greenhouse gases they emit. Tell your friends to follow your example. Donate to organizations like 350.org and Greenpeace who are working to prevent further damage caused by global warming. All these things you can do! That's it. We know everything. We are properly educated in this moment. We've got a lot of work to do, but if everyone takes these small steps today, we can prevent global warming from ruining the planet and your offspring's future that you created with your genitals. This has been Epic How To. That's our new episode.
Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. For more information, click the link in the description.